sometimes I ink with that, but if I ink with this one, I have to sort of build it up a little bit more, and it's more sort of like I'm drawing. But for this one, I'll just use this. And again, if you learn your buttons, like on the PC as well, with little brackets, you can just keep on going back and forth rather than going up here and sizing your brush that way, which gets kind of annoying sometimes. So the more little shortcuts you use, I mean, there's even shortcuts with this, but again, I just haven't taken the time. You get used to doing something one way, and so it's the same thing. It's like, I'm telling you guys, do it like this, but I even get used to my little things, and I might make 3 or 4 more steps for myself when I don't really need to do that. So the cool thing about Photoshop is that if I'm going to start inking this, try to have lines where it's like they're more, and I can always undo again and again. I don't like that line. I like that one a little better. If you go a little too far and draw further past like that, you can always go create another little layer there and kind of come in like this, and now I can easily come in and erase that line and erase this line. Now some people might say, oh gosh, that's just so much, but it's what works for me. And so experiment with that, so that if you want to do multiple layers. Then if you like those 2 lines, or you've done some multiple lines, you can always go to Command on like Mac, Command E, and merge those 2 levels, and so now they're both like that. So I utilize as much as I can the multiple layers so that I can get my feeling of drawing something the way I like to draw it and the way I want it to look. So it's kind of closer to, and it starts giving sort of more depth to my characters, because even though this is totally flat, this hair has to be kind of in front of this, it could possibly be in front of this eyebrow here. So if like I'm going to think about it, that it's actually like another layer on top, I'm going to think that way when I'm drawing it. And the hair could be like this. Maybe I'll create another layer for that. Like that. But I like doing these multiple layers because I can do these lines that I feel are a little bit more loose and free. And now it's above that, so if I do another layer, the jaw then can go behind it like this, but then I can easily erase that without having to erase my hairlines there. So think about utilizing that. And sometimes I will have, excuse me, like 20 layers. And then I say, oh, okay, I'm a little out of control, so I'll merge a bunch of them, but then keep on creating layers. And that's just the way I like to work. And again, it's sort of taking advantage of the fact of how Photoshop